The Super Bowl is more than just the NFL's championship game. It's a cultural phenomenon, an advertising juggernaut, and a stage for some of the most iconic moments in sports and entertainment history. But certain Super Bowl events didn't just make headlines. They reshaped the way we watch, play, and think about football and its surrounding spectacle. Here are 10 Super Bowl moments that truly changed the game forever. 10. The introduction of halftime spectacles, 1993. Before 1993, Super Bowl halftime shows were relatively modest affairs, often featuring college marching bands, drill teams, or easygoing acts like Up With People. But when Michael Jackson headlined the Super Bowl 27 halftime show, everything changed. His performance, featuring hits like Jam and Billie Jean, was a dazzling spectacle with synchronized choreography, dramatic pyrotechnics, and Jackson's signature on-stage charisma. What made this show particularly revolutionary was how it turned the halftime slot into an event in itself, rivaling the game in terms of viewer anticipation. Jackson's performance also marked the first time that the NFL intentionally worked to retain television audiences during halftime. Before this, ratings typically dropped as viewers used the break to grab snacks or change the channel. Jackson's show not only kept audiences glued to their screens, but also set a precedent for securing top-tier performers. In subsequent years, superstars like Prince, Beyoncé, and Lady Gaga would headline halftime shows, turning them into one of the most iconic parts of Super Bowl Sunday. The production quality, sponsorship tie-ins, and global reach of these shows have only grown over time, making them must-see cultural events. 9. Janet Jackson's wardrobe malfunction, 2004. The halftime performance at Super Bowl 38, featuring Janet Jackson and Justin Timberlake, is now infamous for what happened in its final moments. During their performance of Rock Your Body, Timberlake ripped part of Jackson's costume, briefly exposing her breast on live television to an audience of over 100 million viewers. This wardrobe malfunction ignited a cultural firestorm, leading to over 500,000 complaints filed with the Federal Communications Commission, the FCC. The fallout prompted the FCC to impose record-breaking fines, though many were later overturned in court. The incident didn't just dominate headlines, it changed how live broadcasts were handled. Networks implemented time delays for live events to prevent similar mishaps, and performers faced stricter scrutiny in planning future shows. The cultural impact was also profound, sparking debates over censorship, media bias, and public decency. While Timberlake's career flourished after the controversy, Jackson faced widespread criticism and professional setbacks, leading many to call out the gender double standards in how the incident was handled. Super Bowl 20 marked a pivotal moment in NFL history, as it was the first championship game to feature instant replay technology. The Chicago Bears, in a dominant performance against the New England Patriots, gave fans little reason to focus on officiating errors. However, the introduction of instant replay was a major leap forward in ensuring the accuracy of calls on the field. This technology, implemented only a year earlier during the 1985 season, allowed officials to review plays using video footage to confirm or overturn decisions. The move was controversial at first. Critics worried it would disrupt the flow of the game, while others doubted whether replay technology could be applied consistently. Despite these concerns, instant replay quickly proved its value. It gave fans a sense of fairness, especially during high-stakes games like the Super Bowl, where a single missed call could alter the outcome. The system has undergone several updates over the years, including coach challenges and enhanced camera coverage. Still, its debut in Super Bowl 20 cemented its place as an essential part of the sport. Months before Super Bowl 20, the Chicago Bears released the Super Bowl Shuffle, a quirky rap song and music video featuring players like Walter Payton, Jim McMahon, and William the Refrigerator Perry. The song, which boasted about their football dominance, was a surprising hit. It sold over 500,000 copies, earned a Grammy nomination, and raised $300,000 for charity. Though it could have been dismissed as a gimmick, the Bears' confidence was backed up by their dominant 15-1 season, culminating in a decisive Super Bowl victory over the Patriots. The video was groundbreaking because it showed athletes embracing pop culture, blending sports and entertainment in a way that hadn't been done before. It was one of the earliest examples of professional athletes stepping outside their traditional roles to engage with fans on a new level. The success of the Super Bowl Shuffle paved the way for other sports stars to explore creative ventures, from commercials to reality TV. It also showed how athletes could use their platforms for charity while expanding their public personas. Super Bowl 51 made history as the first championship game to go into overtime, with the New England Patriots mounting an unprecedented comeback against the Atlanta Falcons. The Falcons had dominated the game early, leading 28-3 in the third quarter. However, Tom Brady and the Patriots staged a stunning rally to tie the game at 28-28 by the end of regulation. In overtime, a James White touchdown sealed the Patriots' 34-28 victory, completing the largest comeback in Super Bowl history. The game set multiple records, including the most passing yards in a Super Bowl. Brady threw for 466 yards, and the most points scored by a single team in a comeback. Beyond the stats, the game reshaped discussions around overtime rules in the NFL. Critics argued that the Falcons never had a chance to possess the ball in overtime, sparking debates about whether the rules were fair in such high-stakes situations. The drama of Super Bowl 51 captivated fans worldwide. It solidified the Super Bowl as one of the most unpredictable sporting events in history. By the way, if there's any topic in this video that catches your eye, just comment down below and let me know if you want me to make a separate video on it. I'd love to hear your thoughts. During Super Bowl VIII in 1984, Apple unveiled its groundbreaking 1984 advertisement directed by Ridley Scott. The commercial, promoting the launch of the Macintosh computer, cost over $1 million to produce, an unheard-of amount at the time. It aired only once during the Super Bowl, yet its impact was monumental. Inspired by George Orwell's dystopian novel 1984, the ad depicted a bold young woman shattering the conformity of a mind-controlled society, symbolizing the Macintosh as a revolutionary tool against corporate conformity. The ad itself became a cultural phenomenon, instantly elevating the Macintosh's launch into a historic moment in tech history. This single, high-budget ad marked the beginning of a new era for Super Bowl advertising. The success of 1984 demonstrated how a well-executed ad could dominate public discourse and generate lasting brand loyalty. Other companies quickly took notice, turning Super Bowl ad slots into a showcase for creative and expensive campaigns. Apple's risk paid off, both financially and culturally, as the ad continues to be regarded as one of the greatest commercials of all time. Super Bowl 51, played between the Baltimore Ravens and the San Francisco 49ers, will forever be remembered as the Blackout Bowl, due to an unexpected power outage that plunged the Mercedes-Benz Superdome into darkness for 34 minutes. The blackout occurred early in the third quarter, shortly after Jacoby Jones returned a record-setting 108-yard kickoff for a touchdown. The Ravens were leading 28-6 at the time, but the extended delay dramatically shifted the game's momentum. The 49ers used the unplanned break to regroup, mounting an impressive comeback that brought them within striking distance of a victory. Ultimately, the Ravens held on to win 34-31. But the blackout raised serious questions about the logistics of hosting massive live events. In the aftermath, NFL officials and event organizers implemented stricter contingency plans for stadium power systems. The incident also fueled conspiracy theories, with some fans speculating that the blackout was staged to create drama or boost ratings. Regardless of the truth, the Blackout Bowl remains one of the most bizarre and memorable Super Bowl moments. Starting with Super Bowl V in 1971, the NFL adopted Roman numerals to distinguish the championship game from the calendar year. This decision was proposed by then NFL Commissioner Pete Rozelle, who believed that Roman numerals added a sense of grandeur and timelessness to the event. The move was also practical, as it avoided confusion arising from the fact that the Super Bowl takes place in a different year than most of the regular season. The use of Roman numerals became a defining feature of Super Bowl branding, lending the game a more prestigious, almost ancient feel. This choice was temporarily abandoned for Super Bowl 50 in 2016, as L, the Roman numeral for 50, was considered visually unappealing for marketing purposes. However, the numerals returned the following year with Super Bowl LI, ensuring their continued association with the event. Roman numerals remain an iconic part of the Super Bowl's identity, symbolizing its blend of tradition and spectacle. During halftime of Super Bowl VIII in 1974, a streaker disrupted the game by running onto the field wearing nothing but a pair of sneakers. Streaking had become a bizarre cultural trend in the 1970s, and the Super Bowl incident brought this phenomenon to a national stage. The streaker was quickly tackled by security, but not before cameras captured the surreal moment, which added an unexpected element of humor to the otherwise serious championship game. Though streaking faded as a cultural trend, this incident highlighted the challenges of managing security at major sporting events. It also set a precedent for how networks and event organizers would handle interruptions during live broadcasts. Today, any streakers or field invaders are typically kept off camera to avoid giving them attention. But the 1974 Super Bowl streaker remains a quirky footnote in the game's history. Super Bowl self in 2012 made history as the first Super Bowl to be streamed live online, a groundbreaking move by the NFL in response to changing media consumption habits. Partnering with NBC, the league offered a digital stream of the game, allowing fans to watch on laptops, tablets, and smartphones. The stream included interactive features such as multiple camera angles, live statistics, and even social media integration, catering to a tech-savvy audience. The decision to stream the Super Bowl was a major step forward in sports broadcasting. It allowed viewers without traditional TV access to participate in the event and set the stage for streaming services to become integral to how sports are consumed. The success of the stream, viewed by millions, demonstrated the viability of digital broadcasting and reshaped the future of live sports, paving the way for platforms like Amazon Prime and YouTube to negotiate streaming rights for major leagues. Wow, you guys have made it till the end of the video. And remember, according to YouTube, the best way to help the channel in the algorithm is to watch another one of my videos right after this one. So go ahead and check it out. Thanks for sticking around. See you soon. Until then, peace.